It's a beautiful day today in the neighborhood. Welcome to Monday, first Monday in November, beginning of another month and brand new possibilities with God. Welcome. While I tell you this testimony, I do want you to turn to Isaiah. We're going to look at Isaiah 65 verse 24. Isaiah 65 verse 24. While you turn there, let me tell you this testimony. So a few years ago in the church I used to attend, we had this group of young people that had come with their college choir to sing, and this testimony was given. And the choir director mentioned that they had gone to sing in Washington DC many years ago, and it was wonderful. They sang in front of a group of executives, and one of them was so impressed that he endowed a scholarship for a person coming from his part of the world who wants to study music, especially who wants to sing. And this was done, I want to say, in the late 70s, early 80s. And the scholarship sat there in this college. And fast forward, 20 years later, and go into the middle of the 2000s. So this young lady in that country had come to visit the college. From her country, she had put money together, she and her aunt, because she desperately wanted to attend this college. And she was talking to the music director about her desire to attend the college but unable to pay. And the director said, "Hold on just a minute, are you from this country?" And she said, "Yes." "And you want to study music?" "Yes." "And you want to sing with me?" "Yes." And he said, "Don't worry, not only is your tuition taken care of, your accommodation is taken care of. All I need you to do is come to school," because this had been set up many years ago, and everything is paid for. Let's go and read Isaiah 65 verse 24. It says, and I'm reading from the NLT, the New Living Translation. The NLT says, "I will answer them before they even call to me, and while they're still talking about their needs, I will go ahead and answer their prayers. I will answer them before they even call unto me, and while they're still talking, I would answer their prayers." So think about this young lady. She was not even born when this scholarship was endowed, way back in the late 70s, early 80s. She wasn't born. And here she is in 2000. God had prepared for her the tuition she needed, everything she would ever need to go to college, because her family couldn't afford it. Her family could not even afford her flights to come into the US to go visit this college. So what does that have to do with you and me today? The Bible has said that God will answer before you even ask. That while you're even still thinking about it, mourning about it, talking to your friends, your pastor, he has set in motion things to bless you and take care of you. So you might ask me, apart from Isaiah, is there anywhere else I can find this? Yes, I'm glad you asked, because there is somewhere else you can find this. And I do want you to turn to 1 Kings, and this is talking about it's talking about Elijah. It's talking about Elijah in 1 Kings. And we're going to look at 1 Kings chapter 17. We're going to look at verse 3. 1 Kings 17:3 says, this is the Lord talking to Elijah. "Go to the east and hide by the Cherith brook, near where it enters into the Jordan. Drink from the brook and eat what the ravens bring to you." So here's Elijah. He's running from Jezebel. Please read the whole story. It's very fascinating, because sometimes that's what happens to us in real life. But what I want to condense from it today is that while Elijah was still running and thinking, "Woe is me," God had prepared for him a brook to drink water, flowing steadily, and some birds to bring him meat. If you read more about those birds, you'll find out that those birds are carnivorous. So for the birds to go against their nature to bring him food was something great. Still on 1 Kings 17, it says in 1 Kings 17 verse 8, the brook ran dry, if you read the story, and the Lord said to Elijah, Go and live in a village called Zarephath near the city of Sidon. I have instructed a widow there to feed you." Go and live in this city. I have instructed a widow there to feed you. So what are you worried about today? What am I worried about today? Have we taken it to the Lord in prayer? Because He will answer before you even ask. Are you holding on to Him? Are you believing Him for those things that are really deep in your heart today that you can't even voice? Are you believing Him for it? Because He will prepare the answer before you even ask. So all you have to do is lean onto Him. Ask Him by faith, believing that He has prepared it. Because once you obey, there you will find your blessings. It's a beautiful day today in the neighborhood.